Edition of Codename New to Vero 2. Like I said in my fuel filter video, that in the early days I was doing car modifications and tire reviews. Well, it just so happened I actually have another tire review to do. And I usually target the tires that people try to gravitate towards. And all of us have done it or heard it before. And I don't know why, but it bothers the hell out of me. It is put the cheapest tire on, whatever is the cheapest. That is the worst thing you could do, because it's like basically saying you don't give a damn about the health and safety of yourself or your loved ones or your car. And I admit that, you know, with the cars that I drive, you know, they're kind of geared towards the sport and all summer tires. And the Audi had all summer tires on, sport tires, and ultra performance tires. And being that I live in Florida, you would think that that would be perfect, but it's not, especially this time of year. It's rainy season / hurricane season. And especially for you guys up north that deal with snow and wet weather on a more frequent basis, these ultra performance tires are generally not the best idea if your car is a daily driver. And case in point, the Audi that I had was Quattro, right? So it had the ultra performance tires on it. You would think that why would a station wagon have ultra performance? Well, I put them on essentially. I think they came with Bridgestones, but they came with the performance Bridgestones, which were okay. You know, they were good. They were, you know, designed with the car. And the BMW I have had Continental tires that were all season, but they were for the 328 rim itself. I have changed my rims to M3 rims. So obviously what came with the M3 was ultra performance summer tires. And in Florida, I've sacrificed having the ultra performance. I know that for a daily driver, the best thing to get is all seasonal tires, higher end, high seasonal tires. Now, I have one rim that was bent. So for a joke, I did want to put whatever was cheap, just to get the right tire size and make sure the rim was balanced and everything okay. So as a joke, I went on eBay, you know, the things I told you not to do in my other video, I did that. So I went on eBay and I found these COSMO tires called Mucho Macho. It sounds hilarious. And I bought it like just for that purpose, but also for a joke and to rip these tires a new one. Because I know like a lot of people are going to be buying these tires or will be buying these tires. So I'm going to post a review to tell people, discourage them from buying this. Like Primewell and Tires Plus, they're the cheapest tires. They're made in China. They suck. So I thought I was going to do the same thing with this tire. So I ordered 2 tires from eBay, and actually everything went smooth. The tire company that sent them to me, it was here in less than 4 days. It got to my house. Excellent service, quick, fast, everything. I was surprised at that. But when the tires actually arrived, I was shocked. You could actually go to a tire and feel the quality. You could see, like when you look at a Primewell, you know, which is dirt, or some other manufacturers that are made in China knockoff, that they look like plastic and they feel like plasticky and they look like shit, like, you know. But these COSMO tires looked phenomenal and they felt great. It looked like they were quality made product. I was so shocked. And they look great. they passed the eyeball test with flying colors. And my jaw dropped. I mean, when you buy a tire that says Cosmo Mucho Macho, well, what are you gonna think, right? And my whole thing is, I was just gonna like do donuts on them and burn them off, like whatever. But the other thing also is M3 tires. If you guys know, one M3 tire costs between $250 to $400. One tire. That's one tire for an M3 tire. Now it's a lot more because they've gone to the Michelins or the Pirellis. But if you own like a high performance car, you know these ultra performance tires are expensive. So, you know, I got these two tires, which if they were Michelin or whatever, they would have cost $400 each. I got both of these Cosmo tires for about $160. Again, it was just, I was throwing it away and I was going to do this review to rip them a new one. But you'll see when I do the test drive and everything, these are actually really good tires. I was impressed with wet weather, great on hydroplaning. I mean, the road noise was great, and the control, the grip was phenomenal. Now, mind you, I have to check back again at 100,000 or 10,000 miles to see, but so far they're performing even better than some name brands I've covered. And also, like, I had the video of the Federal tires that is the rage with all these young kids. Like, you know, they're like, get Federal tires, it's cool, it's hip. They suck. They're the worst in wet weather. I would not let my wife in the car with those tires. So I got rid of them, you know. But again, I got these Cosmos just to see what they'd be like for a short number of time. And I'm actually going to keep them on. That's how I'm impressed with them. So let's go do and look at the road test. Now, if you're in the market, there's their website, CosmoTires.com. I tried to reach out to the owner, the president. He was very appreciative of my feedback and what I thought of the tires, and he offered me $10 discount. So that was a little bit like, oh, thanks, here's $10, here's a code or whatever. So to the president of Cosmo, for me doing all this time, you could have done a little bit better, buddy. Like, you know, $10, I mean, it is $10, but come on, man. So anyway, without further ado, let's go into it. And before I jump in, one more thing. I bought these at, I think, on eBay. You can go online to Cosmo Tires. They have different specs, so make sure you match your tire size to what they have. And you can either order from their website, and, you know, if I'll give you the code, you'll get $10 off. So I'll hook everybody up. But they're really good for their amount of money. And I usually discourage people from getting cheap tires, but this company is new, and I guess they're trying to establish themselves. So that's why they're coming in at a lower price point just to get brand recognition out the door. And they're going about it like, you know, on eBay. I don't think they post on Amazon, but that's how they're trying to get, they're a small company trying to get bigger. But again, the quality and the performance of it exceeded my expectations so much that I'm babbling on like this. So let's go into the road test. All right, here we go. I will say this, that, you know, one of the things to test is also hydroplaning, wet weather conditions, and all season tires. And I'm actually shocked that this tire is performing really well. As you guys know, in Florida, we get like monsoon. Like one minute it's pouring, and just like now, it's just stopped. So having like ultra performance summer tires is really not the best thing when you live in the Sunshine State. I know from going like all my other cars, like whether it's the Audi or the Beamer, they all come with ultra performance tires, and I don't think that they're adequate for the type of things that we are susceptible to in the Sunshine State. And I know people up north, you know, you guys have bad weather, so that's why one of the things, like, I do have these cars with, you know, performance, and they have these sporty tires, and I just don't think that on a clear, dry day they're phenomenal. But that's not always the case, so that's why I tend to switch to all-season tires. And I think these Cosmos are really phenomenal. Now, at this point, even though I'm not going to do much talking, I just wanted to take notice of the tire noise that is coming in the cabin. And it's, again, quiet like more expensive brands. So that's pretty remarkable. Now, I bought these tires, like Tire Rack, from a company called PriorityTiresOutlet.com. I'll post the link on the bottom. It's just like ordering from Tire Rack, but they're a lot cheaper than Tire Rack, and they have great service. Like I said, I ordered the tires and they were at my door within 4 days, and that's a pretty good turnaround time. So PriorityTireOutlet.com. Again, I am so blown away by it was like things you don't expect. You expect to getting like a lump of coal, but when it turns out to be gold. So these Cosmo tires are highly recommended, and they're not expensive at all. And like I said, M3 tires, $300, $400 for one tire. I got two for $150. That is insane. And again, these aren't good for track day or anything like that. These are good daily driver tires. They're good for bad weather. They have good grip and traction, and they're a suitable, I guess, alternative than getting ultra high performance tires for your vehicle, especially when you're susceptible to bad weather occasionally, and we are in Florida. And the other thing, like when I did the review for the Federal tires, that is all the rage with these kids, and I said they're great for grip, phenomenal, but I would not put my wife in the car with those tires on if there was a drop of moisture in the air. They were so dangerous. But with this tire, it's so, I feel so safe and secure. She could drive the car, and you have good traction stability. I highly recommend them. So here's the Cosmo tire webpage. Just type it in your Google. And this is the Priority Tire Outlet page. Again, you can look it up on Google, but I ordered mine through Amazon. And again, phenomenal. I didn't look at the tread pattern and everything. Quality tire at a great price. Cosmos, highly recommended for any vehicle. Whether it's Japanese, American, even American muscle. You can't go wrong with these.